Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Primetime MMA. Fight Night 11. Fadanator versus Simple Beney at 155 in the main event. In the co-main, we've got AJ Sandman versus the Kingsman, Tadpole. That one's going to be down at 135. Joining me in the booth today is the boss man himself, Cyrez. Cyrez, how we doing?
I am great, brother. Glad to have you back after your rested break away. Happy to get ahead of these fights now. As you say, massive amounts of fights ahead of us. TD, Fadanator, Simply Beney, Sandman, Tadpole. Great names. You see Slick up against Goals. Two very, very great grapplers out there. Honestly, start to bottom, man. Don't expect anything other than fireworks there, Bane. Don't think we are going to waste too many times. 13 straight fights of absolute action. Xbox up first with Havoc and TMF Stepwise. Havoc is a new guy to the community, and he's been doing, some pretty good work when he's been here. Stepwise, on the other hand, Bane has been around for a very, very long time, brother. He's one of the original members of IFL when we first started back in the day. Took a little bit of time away. He's been working on his jits in IRL, and now he's back to implement those skills going forward by the looks on all of his opponents, brother.
Gotta think the veteran versus the newbie. This is an interesting stylistic one purely because of that. Whenever you have experience in the competitive scene, you've weathered some storms, you've been in the wars. I think that gives you an absolute edge, but there's nothing like the adrenaline from getting in there for the first couple of times and making that impact and making some waves, Cyrus.
I completely agree, brother. Completely agree. Like you say, experience does play a big factor in just staying composed more than anything else, but that isn't, the be-all and end-all. Some people come out here and they're straight killers. We've seen it many, many a times. Just because they're a little bit less known doesn't mean they don't have the skills to pay the bills. There you go.
Absolutely. And that's what's so frustrating if you are a guy who's been around this scene and you're getting matched up with people who are debutantes or they've had one fight in the organization, because it's like they could be a 16-0 champion in another organization, but this is their first time here. It's always a who knows at the beginning stages of tonight's card. But either way, Cyrez, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure, brother. These guys starting quick. Look, you've got Costa walking forward there as true Havoc. Stepwise Berg taking the more kind of well-balanced pick with the Hermansen, maybe looking to utilize that grappling, but both guys got powers in their hands and looking like they're trying to get it going very quickly there, brother.
Discord is minimized, so I cannot see the stream.
Oh, you cannot see the stream? Oh, that is terrible, brother. I do apologize. I'll bring it back for you. Don't know quite what that's about, but hopefully that will be corrected for you in a matter of moments. But yeah, no, it's technology at its finest, brother. At its finest.
It truly is. Hermansen with leg kicks throughout the first couple minutes of this opening round. Blue corner really chopping down the legs. You can see good shot to the body. Havoc pushing the pressure, but sometimes when you're trying to dictate that pace and it's not working, you're going to get frustrated. 3 minutes remain. Good check left there from Havoc.
Yeah, coming out quickly. You see Stepwise trying to take the center, using that double jab to cover the distance. I imagine it's only a matter of time before he shoots in. As I say that, he gets the double leg turning takedown. Now, quite honestly, Stepwise, he sometimes has a little bit of issues blocking the transitions, but I have to say this man's submission game is sneakily scary. I mean, he really, really does have a knack for sinking them in. Often just even from the get-go, he's always dangerous from those positions, so Havoc gonna have to mind his P's and Q's going forward in this one, brother.
Oh, dot the I's, cross the T's as he gets back to the feet. Red corner standing, 2-minute warning. Has to kind of do some work now. Hasn't really had a big moment, largely even. Good combination there from Stepwise.
Yeah, you see him go into the body over and over again as he does right there. Jab, straight, lead, body, hook. That sort of combination, straight lead, body hook, it just adds up time and time and time again on your opponent, especially when they're a big power and pressure fighter like a Paulo Costa. Havoc maybe getting a little bit frustrated at this point, landing some good shots there, though.
That is what Havoc needs to do. Just pepper. Not sit on the strikes, but kind of just touch up the Joker, wear the block down, and then come in with something big. He's not doing a good enough job, but look at that, turning it up as I say it, making the adjustments. First 4 minutes of this opening round, Havoc kind of at a pedestrian pace. Now he's taking things a little bit more quicker.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. I think he needs to start maybe trying to cage cut a little bit. He's following in, and he just seems to be walking into some of the power shots. So Stepwise, he seems to be planting a little bit, trying to get him backing up. But Havoc definitely needs to get him behind that black line, start to make this cage feel small. You see the power when it lands, Bane. It's massive. It does huge amounts of damage to the head as we say it.
That's it! Havoc ends! Stepwise, 13 seconds remaining in the opening round. Next 2 rounds not needed. Havoc gets it done. The Joker has been erased.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's unfortunate for Stepwise. He was having some great moments of success in that first round, but my God, did Paulo Costa find his opportunity for his hands, and Havoc raining some havoc in the cage tonight, landing those blistering power shots and able to close out the show, brother. That's great work.
97 punch power, not something to mess with if you're Jack Hermansen. He's only got 90 punch speed and 88 punch power. So it was interesting that he chose to stand for the majority of those first 5 minutes. He did have a lot of success, but nothing significant. You're right. There was not really a ton of effective strikes because, Stepwise was just peppering, trying to make the reads. And if you do that against a guy who has the guns of Paulo Costa, you might not live to regret it.
Exactly right, brother. Exactly right. Those are the sorts of power shots that you can not take. That now does take us on to our next fight. We have BSD making their debut this evening. BSD Napgiver stepping up against the lightweight camp, or the lethal weapons camp, I should say, lightweight. MysticMac. No, MysticMac, I don't... in fact, he fights over in aggro as well, I believe. There, you're familiar with him, Ben?
Yep.
Yeah,
MysticMac, absolutely. We're both in the same camp over there at Aggro NMC, the No Mercy boys. Very good competitor, a lot of heart from MysticMac. That guy always fights with just courage, right? Goes out on the shield if he gets beat, but more often than not, he finds the finish and gets it done. Interesting to see here against a guy like BSD Napgiver. I'm seeing a lot of support in the Twitch chat for Napgiver from the other members of BSD, what I have to imagine. So the odds may be stacked against MysticMac in this one.
Yeah, I think this really is a stereotypical grappler v striker matchup. MysticMac, as you well know, Bane, he has beautiful boxing, likes to utilize that jab. Very educated jab does MysticMac have, and he's not, bad on the ground. It's just not where his bread is buttered. But with that being said, BIgE definitely has some scary skills on the ground. I've seen it myself in the past. My God, you don't want to get taken down by that guy. So these guys going to go out there, try and see what they can get going. Looks like we're going to have a Tony Ferguson v RDA pick, which, if RDA isn't able to protect that chin, that could be problematic for MysticMac. He really does have to keep his hands high in this one.
The 94 chin on RDA, not terrible statistically. Ferguson's only got 96, so even though that chin's made of granite, only a 2-point differential in the health statistics. RDA, okay pick, but... yeah, it's just average. It is interesting. Let's see what Mystic can do with it. El Kukui coming forward early. Nap landing on that chin of RDA.
Yes, that's a nice little double jab. I've noticed that being, a tool that a lot of people are using recently, just doubling up on that jab as they cover the distance. Doing great work already, just making Nappy worry. I mean, the head health already low, brother.
Not giving Napgiver a second, giving him some other things to think about. There's that level change, though. Napgiver gets it to the ground.
This is where his bread is buttered for sure. He does great work down here, whether it be the ground and pound opportunities, those silky smooth submissions that he has, but more often than not, it's just that overwhelming pressure he has on top, Bane. It just really doesn't allow you to get anything going.
No, not at all. The top control on Ferguson is 94, bottom control 92 for RDA, so slight differential edged in favor of El Kukui. Big knee elbow misses there. MysticMac back to his feet. 3:20 remain in this opening round.
Straight back to his jab. That one eats a front kick, though. Has to be a little bit careful with that chin. We know it's a little bit suspect that time, and obviously we know that Tony has power in both hands, so he's doing a great job so far, though, of just poking at him from distance. Has to continue to do that. That's a big power takedown.
Wow. Mac just got slammed. Interesting that he didn't see that one coming. Ferguson shot from a decent distance away. Gotta monitor the LB. And Napgiver lets Mac back to his feet. Here's the clinch attempt against Cage. MysticMac gets out of it temporarily, but returns to it. Back's taken, Cyrus.
Yeah, I feel like he stepped up there, but instantly was like, what the fuck am I doing? Took the man, trying to take the man straight back down, put him in a worse position. And I can understand it. I mean, MysticMac, look at the work he does with his jab. It's just every time you go to get something going, that jab's in your face. Look at the uppercut.
Napgiver temporarily planted in the mat. Here comes MysticMac. Blue corner on fire. 90 seconds remain in this opening round. And as you said, he is just making the reads and peppering, not really sitting down on these strikes. But when he does sit down, boy, do they land. Great respect shown there from Nappy, not returned from MysticMac.
No, MysticMac is all about business tonight. And you can see it. He just doesn't want to get zoned out. Look at these strikes he's landing. Body, head, body, head. Oh,
this
Jesus.
Is the best I have seen MysticMac in a long time. Nappy wants to get some respect, but it's not occurring. Mac, just an animal in the cage.
He is killing him right now. BIgE needs to make big adjustments. These power shots are going to kill the man.
MysticMac looking to catch a body. Nappy catches the takedown. Great level change under the strike in half guard. Let's see. Reversal from MysticMac.
Great work. Now finds himself on top and takes away some of that offensive abilities of NappiG, but we know that Tony's dangerous off his back, so, I mean, great work of separating there. Doesn't stay down there for too long.
You can see Napgiver, of course, as you mentioned, very well versed on the mat. Did get that transition out at the end here, but the knockdown was the story of those first 5, most significant moment. I'm kind of sad that they skipped it. Would have loved to see that one.
Yeah, for sure. Touch of gloves, bit of a sign of respect at the beginning of the second round there. 4 minutes 52 already on the clock, and instantly on a takedown.
Oh, great defense there from Mac. I wonder what NappiG did to MysticMac to not get any of the respect.
Yeah.
Change once again. Mac wise to it.
He did touch his glove at the beginning of the rounds. I just feel like when MysticMac gets going, he is all about business, my man. He doesn't want to waste a second where he could be punching you in the face. Last time, just like that. Jesus.
MysticMac landing with lethal intentions, denying all these takedowns and lighting up the chin of El Kukui.
Doing absolutely beautiful work. And look at the slip as he enters the pocket as well. The head health being problematic for NappiG right now, meaning he can't really exchange, can't allow this damage to continue to mount up. Plenty of time, brother. 8.5 minutes left on the clock in this potential 3-round fight. Gotta love to see it. Big
2 uppercut lands NappiG on the mat once again. MysticMac pushing forward, but being patient. Great denial right there. Uppercut hook lands once again. All the momentum is in the former lightweight champion's corner. Great takedown there, though, from NappiG.
Yeah, he needed that for sure, and this is his opportunity to change the tide of the fight if he's able to get into a little bit more of a dominant position. Nice defense from MysticMac, and honestly, he is, just more to your point a little bit earlier, Bane, he's looking phenomenal this evening.
Oh, great denial there, though, from NappiG. Gets the top mount. This could be bad for MysticMac. Gets his half guard back. You know what I was going to say is submission attempt here. Let's see. MysticMac, very well versed in the submission defense department. But you mentioned earlier, NappiG, if you're going to call yourself the Napgiver, you might be able to put people out cold with a choke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That blood choke trying to get in is going to escape this time. But as we've said many, many times in the past, brother, those can often just be to read your opponent's transitions, you know, how they react to the choke submissions or the joint submissions, and may set up submissions a little bit later on. Nice teep to the face or front kick to the face there. MysticMac instantly feels it, gets back onto the jab. And I mean, when he's jabbing correctly, when he's utilizing that educated jab, he's just a problem for anybody, brother. I really look at it.
Oh, and what a combination! MysticMac assaulting the midsection at will, dancing upstairs, downstairs, no place is safe, but here comes NappiG, big front kick lands once again. Would like to see NappiG implement more feints, right? Get reactions out of MysticMac, but you can't do that when you're knocked down! Big combination from Mac!
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The feints would have helped him a little bit, but at this stage now, he is ice skating uphill. All the problems in the world, brother. The damage is adding up. The stamina, look at the...
It's not going to be an if, but a when. That's it! MysticMac finds the finish!
Sleeves him. Beautiful. Beautiful work by MysticMac. He was looking absolutely phenomenal this evening. You see 24 significant strikes in that second round alone. He was able to land. Jesus, brother.
Tony Ferguson landed 9 strikes in that second set of 5 minutes, 1 for 7 on takedowns. That is a neutralizing performance from MysticMac. I know that he likes that LW camp, but with that one, I mean, sheesh. You might have somebody like EK taking a look at MysticMac. What a great performance from him.
Yeah, he did look absolutely phenomenal this evening. I'm interested to see where he goes from here. He's a previous champion back in the days of IFL, and looks like he's trying to refocus himself and maybe, like you say, put himself onto a track for a title in future. If he can keep putting performances together like that, Bane, I think he's a problem for anybody. But with all of that being said, that fantastic display that we've just seen from MysticMac and obviously Napgiver in that last fight, it does take us on to our first PlayStation fight of the evening, Bane. NWO Purple Urkle up against Savana. Cannot wait to see these guys get going. They're both incredibly exciting fighters, fighting out of bantamweight as well.
cutting down 20 pounds into that 135 division. Gonna be quick and exciting. Always love the bantamweights. It's all action at all times. Have to think Purple Urkle against Magical Cloud, I believe, was his last outing. He had Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor. Holloway gets knocked out in the first exchange of the fight. It was insane. One of the craziest moments I think that I've called. So let's see if Purple Urkle in the Piotr Jan can overcome Savana with Rob Font.
That's it. About to get going. Rob Font is one of my personal favorite picks in this weight class. He's so silky smooth with those hands. The power is incredibly dangerous, and quite honestly, he feels like one of the best counters to Peter Yan that I've come across.
Spinning offering early for Purple Urkle lands on the body of Savana. Savana utilizing that guard pretty effectively, holding those hands up, letting it all dance off the forearms.
Starting out quickly, looking for that front kick. You've got to love to see it. I do like the front kicks. It really, really does just, you know, start to make your opponent second guess the changing of levels.
Purple Urkle once again going to the body with that spinning offering lands. The left hook of Font landed a couple times. Seems like Savana wants to implement that often in his combinations. Each guy trades knees. Jan gets the better of it.
Trying. He's going for a lot of spins, his Purple man. He gets me a little worried when I see people spin this much. I mean, he's doing a good job so far of getting the stamina advantage, attacking that body often, and I just think that that's good. You know, all you really have to do is circle to the power hand, and you can put your opponent's lights out with just one shot.
Oh, absolutely, especially with that 95 punch power of the former bantamweight champion. Jan is not somebody to mess around with. Urkle to the feet. Savana needs to maybe try a couple more things. I like that jab. I like that teep kick a lot. Would be interested to see him implement it more.
Yeah, definitely. Just continue to use that range. I mean, Rob Font's got a slight reach advantage, I do believe, in this weight class as well. Definitely can, you know, trade with Jan with the power and the speed. So I think, like you say, circling to the power hand, using those teeps, trying to maintain some range. It'll take away a lot of those spin attacks that Jan is able to put out at the moment.
You know, it's like you mentioned in terms of the stamina deficit that Purple Urkle might find himself in with all the spins. I'd like to see Savana, there you go, dig to the body, attack that midsection. Great level change. Wonderful takedown. 2 minutes remain. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, intelligent move. As you said, he definitely needs to go to the body a little bit more often if he's going to start to take advantage of all of these flashy techniques that Purple Urkle is using. But the grappling's definitely going to add up as well. I don't know what Rob Font's grappling is like on the game, though. Do you know the stats of them, Bane?
Absolutely. 88 takedowns, 4-star overall, 92 top control, 88 submissions, so not going to see the New England cartel member tap anyone out, I don't believe, but pretty decent if you want to mix it up, right? It is mixed martial arts, Cyrez.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, even though you may not have the highest statistic, it's the player that's behind the controller that makes that difference. We've seen it time after time. These guys going to it right now. Problematic is Rob Font's stamina due to all of these spinning attacks that have landed to the body. But that's a lovely power shot straight to the dome.
Stuns Purple Urkle. Urkle having flashbacks to his former fight against Magical Cloud. Doesn't want to go out cold again. Savana wants to send him a return tip to the Shadow Realm. Great elbows there from Yad.
Yeah, I mean, Purple Urkle seems to be one of those guys that when you tag him, he gets angry, brother. He starts marching forward, spinning elbows, capoeira kicks, whatever he can get going.
Oh, it's like vintage Robbie Lawler indeed, the old days where it's all aggression. Great first 5 minutes between Jan and Font. Savana versus Purple Cloud. Have to think that that stun was the most significant.
Yeah, it's got to be the most significant strike of that round. Scorecard. Sorry, I think the mic cut out for a moment there, brother. I do apologize. But no, these guys, they are throwing an absolutely incredible pace. Don't know what happened right there, but we see him straight on the back. Savannah's trying to make this into a bit of a grappling fest and cannot complain against it. I mean, right now his opponent's going to the body so often, throwing so many unorthodox strikes. This is a great way to get him out of his game plan.
100% agree with you. Good adjustment. Can't wait to see more of it. It's just suffocating pressure. You can't throw spinning kicks. You can't throw any kicks if your opponent is grinding you against the cage. Good adjustment there. And you can see now the strikes are landing for Savana.
Yeah, Alexei Oleinik, this man, get into him, throw some overhands, get the clinch, put him up against the cage. These power shots are starting to do some good damage, though. I feel like Savannah's now starting to change the tide and starting to get a little bit of momentum in his favor.
The only thing that's concerning is what we talked about. Big spinning kick from Purple Urkle. Savana temporarily stunned. The stamina is not in his favor. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second round, and he goes for a level change and gets it, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, that's great move for him. I only have one thing that I would really like to see Savana do on the feet at this stage, and that's just start circling the other way. He seems to be really just favoring to circle to the, the outside side, the lead hand of his opponent, and I feel like that's just allowing his opponent to walk him onto these spin shots a little bit too easy, so start circling to that left a little bit. Those power shots going to be available for him.
Oh, Rob Font landing with bad intentions right there. Spinning offering blocked by Font. Great movement. Would love to see more sways and just agility in the octagon. Oh, good duck. Oh!
That's beautiful work. Mate, the pressure is on right now. He's going to be smelling blood. The power is there. He's going to be able to do it if he can just connect 1 or 2 more clean times.
Oh, great offering there from Purple Urkle. Whiffed on the first one, capitalized on the second. Here comes the level change from Savana. Good takedown. Just over 90 seconds to work. Gets the denial. This could be big. Jan back to his feet, though.
Yeah, we called for body work, or you called for body work a little bit earlier. What the knee?
Savana really mixing it up in this second round, finding all of the shots that he wants to. Kick, pot, blocked from... There's just too much going on.
There really is, brother. There really is. Savana doing a great job of getting it back to the ground, passing over into the half guard momentarily. Looks like Jan is now having some stamina problems, and with 45 seconds left on the clock, the power of Rob Font's definitely going to start to be utilized as the seconds tick down there, Bane.
Each guy has about a 93 recovery, so this final set of 5 minutes, they'll get a bit more gas in the tank, but they're gonna be weathered. Big ground and pound from Savana.
You see the blood spraying all over the octagon's mat. Not going to be a confidence builder ending out the round like this. Isn't this the way that the first round ended as well? Ground game? I mean, it's good work from Rob Font. So the adjustments from Savana, like you say, mixed martial arts, he's really utilizing every element of his game just to keep himself in this fight, and now starting to shift the momentum as, as the time starts to tick on.
And you can see that was that left hook that temporarily dropped Purple Urkle. As Savana is integrating it more, it is landing more. Font smelling blood, Jan tasting it. Piotr Jan looks busted up as we approach this final set of 5 minutes, Cyrus.
Yeah, Purple Urkle, man, that guy is a flashy-ass fighter. He likes those big jumping knees. He likes the spins, and so far he's done a great job of landing them. As I say that, though, his opponent just continues to circle to that side, and he's really walking into it. Just a little bit more footwork, brother. Little tiny bit more footwork, and I feel like he would be able to avoid a lot of these shots that are giving him problems.
Oh, big miss right there from Jan. Font didn't capitalize. Savana probably could have dropped Urkle once again. Urkle reversing the position with the clinch on the cage. Savana cardio busted. Good spinning attempt there from Urkle.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of just continuing to chop with that body. It's keeping him in the fight. It allows him to continue to go for the, the spins.
Baby back ribs is what we're seeing on Savana. Those are cooked, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can see that those spins are really adding up, making Savana go to this grappling technique that he's had throughout the course of the fight. I feel like it's an excellent adjustment. Still plenty of time on this takedown that he's got here. 3 minutes on the clock, Bane. If he's able to get something going, I mean, he could really start to steal away this fight. Potentially 1-1 going into the third, at least on my scorecards.
No, I've got a 2-0 all Savana. That stun in the first set of 5 minutes, I think edged it out. Obviously, the second round with all the knockdowns, it has to go to that blue corner. I think if Purple Urkle wants to get his hand raised, he's going to need to find the finish against Savana.
You could well be right. That I did forget about the rock in that first round. It was all that. I feel like it was all Purple Urkle up until that point, but you're absolutely right. An early rock may have stalled him, so right now, Purple Urkle needs to get some. Go one and uppercut!
Oh. Font going for the finish. Let's see if Urkle can survive. This guy does not go out without a fight. Here comes Savana, though.
Oh, mate.
Is busted.
This is getting difficult to watch. Look at the body health, the head health, all problematic.
Oh. Here comes Savana. He wants to get that hand raised, wants the victory inside Primetime's octagon. Purple Urkle sticking to the spinning strategy, stuns the body of Savana.
Yeah, that spin has been money for him. There you see him circling to the power hand and he lands it. That's what he needed all fight. He gets it now. Minute left in this third round and the takedown. Beautiful work from Savana.
Savana really rallying from a little bit of adversity in this final set of 5 minutes. Purple Urkle, a much better showing. Here comes a submission attempt, though. 38 seconds remain. Unsure if he's going to be able to get this. I would have liked to see Savana have more urgency to get the finish on the feet. I think it was there. I think he could have closed the show if he really wanted to. 20 seconds remain. Looks like we're going to go the full 15 unless some ground and pound changes that, Cyrez.
Yeah, the head health is low. Only 8 seconds left on the clock. I think you're absolutely right. Going to go to a judge's scorecard and potentially a nice victory for Savana here. We'll have to see how they score it, but you know, we have seen weirder things, brother. It did look like Savana had some great success in that fight all through, so
absolutely got to be frustrating if you're Purple Urkle. Did have moments where he shined, but that's kind of the double-edged sword of being a spinning fighter, right? Throwing all of, as you mentioned, capoeira, all those very stamina-draining type strikes where they're big risk, but big reward if they land. However, if you're fighting a guy that clearly is defensively cognizant, typically partially blocked is what all those strikes are going to be. Interesting to see what the judges will kind of do. We all know judging is interesting, but I would think, Cyrez, it's a 30-27 to Savana.
I think you're absolutely right. I believe I heard Bruce saying in the background that 30-27 across the board. Looks like we're going to get a quick read of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a beautiful performance for Savana. He did great work, 30-27 across the board. You know, stealing away that first round there and then just continuing that momentum, mixing up the takedowns, mixing in those hands. Like you said, maybe in the third round he had an opportunity to push for the finish, but he didn't need it, and sometimes it's, you know, why risk it? I'd love to see a finish myself there, Bane. You know, we always want to see the action, but when you're up in a fight like that, you can understand the decision not to...
It is... It is hard being a Just Bleed kind of fan.
Brother,
no,
I'm there.
Very smart fight from Savana. Great to see him get his hand raised. Purple Urkle, I am very impressed. I don't think either guy lost stock in that one. All boats rise when the tide does, and those two are prospects that I will be interested to see moving forward. Talking about moving forward, though, Cyrez, BSD BIgE versus BZ Foxwell, contested at 170.
Yeah, it should make for a very, very fun fight, brother. BSD Body Snatchers degree. They have a series of killers in their stable. BIgE is one of their newer members, I do believe, and coming up against the seasoned veteran of Foxwell, good old Gunnar Nelson over there. That man is a problem for anybody, so be wary going forward into this one. BIgE's definitely got his work cut out with him, and you know, against such a whirly veteran like Nelson there, brother.
Absolutely. And talking about the BSD camp, they are 0-1 tonight. Napgiver dominated just several short moments ago. Interesting to see if that will affect BIgE mentally coming into this welterweight contest again against a wily veteran in Foxwell. Masvidal versus Nelson. Existing win goes to Nelson.
Yeah, a little bit different under the bright lights. Nelson is a man that really likes to, you know, kind of put on a display of his skills in this. We see him going with his favored and fabled Gunnar Nelson pick. His grappling is a scary sight to behold. We'll have to see if he looks to utilize that this evening. You've got to imagine probably his best route to success against the big power hands of BIgE with that Masvidal pick.
I have to think, if you're BIgE, you're feeling a little bit disrespected almost. Gunnar Nelson, not a frequent flyer in any UFC competitive scene. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen anyone pick him, but here he is landing on the chin of Gamebred.
Yeah, with BZ Nelson, this is his pick. What a leg kick. Sometimes gets him into a little bit of trouble, but he knows that if he's able to get that takedown, it's going to be a quick night for his opponent, so he has to get that quickly, because right now BIgE's looking clean in the striking realm.
BIgE is definitely styling and moving. I love the footwork that he's utilizing. Masvidal, of course, has 91 footwork, so not the biggest, but here he is using it. Great fun kick from the BSD member.
Yeah, he is having beautiful success in terms of the all-round kicking game he was utilizing, but here is the takedown from Nelson. 3 minutes 15 on the clock, Bane. We'll have to see what work he's able to get here, but this is where his bread is buttered, and my God, does he cause some serious problems for his opponents normally in these positions.
Oh, look at that. Just touching up the midsection with that ground and pound. Heavy strikes centered on that body. Big E, though, getting back to his feet potentially. Gunny not able to keep him down. This is great for the BSD member. Doesn't get the trip. We are striking again, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back to it. And instantly on that single leg, drives through with it. Nelson is not wasting any time. And can you blame him with those leg kicks from Masvidal early? He's got to be worried about that leg if it goes back to the feet. So this is where he does his best work and looking to utilize that now in this side control position. Lots and lots of damaging opportunities from here.
And that was a great takedown sort of off the side of that cage. Gunny didn't let BSD circle out and get back to the center. Shot immediately when there wasn't a lot of distance between them. Very smart from him. And you can tell that Foxwell is clearly well-versed, controlling this octagon when it's on the mat. 90 seconds remain. Let's see if he can do anything else. Big reversal from Big E.
Yeah, now he decides to separate. I think that's a clever choice. I mean, his opponent could have tied him up should he have decided to stay down there. Lovely front kick again, following up with a straight number of 3 pieces, going to Nelson's jawline.
Oh! Big head kick, shin to chin, lands Gunny, feeling all of the power in the kickboxer that is Masvidal from the backyard to the biggest stages, moving and grooving, getting out of the way, and as you mentioned, going back to that leg.
He really, really is utilizing it very well. I see Nelson trying to go on that double jab as he enters the pocket. So far, so good for Big E, reading that. He's been pivoting off it, changing angles and trying to chop up that leg, but once again, the takedown's on for Nelson. And honestly, not a lot of time to work, but looks good in the eyes of the judges to get the fight down in the closing couple of seconds there.
Definitely. However, the concern might come when we talk about significance and effectiveness. There wasn't really a lot of ground strikes that caused concern or alarm for Masvidal. Just a lot of peppering strikes. If I'm Gunnar Nelson in this second set of 5 minutes, I'm doing a bit more work on the ground, being more active with my strikes so that it's not just control time, it's also significant striking.
Yeah, and you've got to think that that's going to be a key factor, especially with these massive down shots Big E's landing. My God, this guy's looking on fire tonight.
Big E really trying to avenge Napgiver's loss earlier, putting on a great performance at that. But Foxwell, again, the veteran of the game, knows the name and knows what to do. Combination from Gunny.
Yeah, he's saying, I've got hands too, brother. Respect the power. Back the fuck up. He's marching forward. But once again, these leg kicks are so clean and they really do just disrupt the momentum of your opponent. Really starts to make them think twice about entering that pocket because that calf kick's there time and time again.
Oh, absolutely, and it just neutralizes your power. You can't sit down on the strikes if your leg is compromised, but you can shoot. Let's see if Gunny can get him down to the mat. Yes, he does.
Able to get that one denial off. Lovely reversal. Big E showing his grappling chops this evening. Able to neutralize this takedown once again from Nelson, and that's got to be massively, confidence building for him as he goes into the 3-minute mark of this second round, brother.
And unbelievably frustrating for the blue corner. Again, as you mentioned, the bread and butter is the grappling, but you can't do that if you are stunned. Gunny is seeing stars right now.
Yeah, so far, so good. I mean, honestly, I am very, very much impressed by the striking of Jorge Masvidal this evening. Obviously, the grappling is not really paying in Nelson's favor as he gets reversed again. Now the separation back into that striking realm where he's eating a lot of these power shots, and we know that Masvidal's got those one-hitter quitters, so not too many more can be taken.
Oh, good slip right there, though, from Nelson. Foxwell still very much in this fight, just not having a ton of success. Gamebred is a bit quicker and just seems to be having more success with the game plan, right? That's all that this really comes down to, grappling versus striking. In this one, it seems the striker is having the edge.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the fights on the weekend there, brother. We seen it from Alexei Oleinik up against the, I can't say the guy's name, but the bear. He was able to...
Spitback.
That's the one, Spitback, yeah. He's able to stop those takedowns up against the cage line. Just excellent work of, making sure that he stayed active and getting back up when his opponent gets him down or neutralizing those positions. So far, so good for Big E. I mean, gets taken down again, but as you've mentioned, not a lot of damaging strikes, so you've got to imagine that the judges' scorecards may be favoring the power shots that are being landed in the earlier parts of these rounds.
Oh, have to imagine that is completely correct. I don't think that Gunnar Nelson is doing it. Oh! big ground and pound here, though. This could be bad for Big E.
That's what we were calling for. Not able to maintain the position. Once again, Big E separates, but I can see that the stamina now becoming a little bit problematic for him as he lands that front kick again.
Big overhand to conclude the second round for Gunnar Nelson. Can't imagine that he... Oh, we're seeing some Gunnar Nelson highlights, though. Maybe, just maybe, that second round goes to the blue corner, courtesy of that really effective moment on the ground late in the round.
Yeah, it's hard to call these fights when they're so close and competitive. We're seeing contrasting styles, and I think it does. It's a little subjective, right? And it's often why we see a lot of the judges kind of scoring it differently. The Rock went in his favor that time round, so potentially that second round 1-1 going into the third, or at least potentially so. But I have to say that I just feel that Masvidal right now, he's just looking so clean on the feet that you know, if he's able to continue with these leg kicks, like he instantly goes back to. Oh, it's going to be problematic for Nelson. He has to get on that takedown before that leg buckles.
Oh, absolutely. This is an uphill battle in this final 5 minutes, but here he is, gets it right into side control. This is where Foxwell wants to be, where he needs to be.
Not
Big E.
Yeah, not able to hold it, brother. Gotta be disheartening, gotta be frustrating as he's now got his back pressed up against the cage with Masvidal landing a front kick again.
Look at this, Gamebred teeing off on Foxwell. All these strikes are bleeding through. Here comes Big E.
Oh, mate, the leg kick is causing so many problems right now. It's setting up absolutely everything. The takedown defense there from Big E, massive. And the Rock.
Look at this. Foxwell is up against the ropes right now in survival mode. Almost out of here. Can Big E get the finish?
Oh! 3 minutes. This has got to be it. So close. Now the ground and pound shots raining down.
Foxwell not being effective with the defense right there. Dodges a strike and survives. This is bad for Foxwell. Can he get this reversal, though? Yes, he can.
Oh, God. Let's see what he's able to do. He's going to try and get that full mount. I feel like not going to be able to on this occasion. Big E separating once again. This man's anti-grappling. His hands, his leg kicks looking so clean this evening, Bane. I mean, he's going to be a problem for anybody if he continues to pull out this sort of work.
Completely. That left leg of Foxwell is gone.
Once again, sits him down, brother. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Little De La Hiva guard get up right there for Gunnar Nelson. Foxwell using... big head kick there.
Nice straight, but once again... Oh, there it is. This is the moment he's been looking for. The head is low.
Wow.
One.
He could get it. This could be over. 90 seconds remain. Big E on the ground. Foxwell looking for the finish. This is it. He needs it. This is what he needs to do.
Mate,
wow.
A smidgen of health is left. Right now, we're seeing Foxwell push for the finish from that full guard. Nice decision to step over into the half guard. More ground and pound opportunities now available.
Wow, and in a very close third round where Masvidal's having so much success, this is awful for Big E. Gets the reversal, though. Terrible turn of events for Nelson.
Yeah, this is what he needed. His head health is also very, very damaged. Only 30 seconds left on the clock, Bane, but all damage going to be raining down now in this striking exchange, you've got to imagine, from Big E. Sits him down.
Front kick.
Mate, those front kicks have just been money for him tonight. Fucking... The animation, he lifted him out of his, I mean, he's not wearing shoes, but he would have lifted him out of his shoes and socks with that one. He literally left the ground.
Gunnar Nelson was sent into orbit to conclude that 3-rounder. What a banger this was. Each guy leaving it all in the octagon. That is such an interesting fight to score. I have to think Big E probably got it done, was more effective, more consistent throughout. And there you go. We see the BSD member gets the nod. BSD 1-1 tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be very, very happy. His campmates are going to be very, very happy with him as well. That was a almost perfect performance, dealt with the adversity of the takedown attempt from Nelson, and we know how dangerous he is there. Big E able to negate that this evening, utilize his, more favored strikes. That leg kick really seemed to be working for him. I'm interested though, Ben. I'm going to contact him after this actually and just see if maybe that was a tactic just for Nelson, or if he just likes the leg kick game, because that was really, really, utilized perfectly this evening.
Absolutely was. And talking about being able to utilize things perfectly, our next fight also contested in the PlayStation divisions at 145, Taccoboy versus ThatGuyJme. Jamie, I have a lot of experience with the owner of Aggro, a submission specialist through and through. This guy has I believe the most submissions in Aggro, was a champion. He's been there, done that, and making the debut tonight. McGregor versus Volkanovski. Interesting that Jamie's picking the striker.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where JME goes from here. Aggro JME, he is going to be coming out and looking to utilize some good work. We've seen some performances from the man in past. Like you say, Aggro's been a great promotion on the calf side, looking to use a reg pick this evening. Touch of gloves, Conor McGregor is Aggro JME. Taccoboy coming out as Volkanovski. Fun fight in featherweight, brother. These guys have some serious power in those hands.
Taccoboy, obviously, with Volkanovski moving up 10 pounds, the champ at 145, fighting at 55 tonight, does have a little bit lower stats in terms of that power, only 93, but still, those strikes when they land have significance. Jamie on the back foot early in this first round.
Lovely pullback.
Oh!
Taccoboy's looking clean on his hands, giving Aggro JME some troubles with that Conor McGregor pick. Now, that Conor McGregor pick in the featherweight division, I believe it's more hands, right? This sort of model, it's the hands-via version of Conor McGregor, so definitely got to be careful of the combinations from Aggro JME, but so far so good from from Taccoboy, doing a great job of mixing up those strikes, landing those uppercuts, looking for the pull counters, now having some early adversity being the leg kicking game of Aggro getting going.
Absolutely, and to your point, 145, Conor McGregor has 96 punch power, 99 accuracy. In terms of the leg department, only 89 kick power, 92 kick speed, so you are correct with that assessment, but you can't kick when you're on your back. Taccoboy with the level change into the takedown.
Yeah, and that, once again, educated decision made by Taccoboy, his opponent, getting some great work off with the kicks. Not able to hold him down there for too long, though, and you've got to imagine Conor McGregor going to go back to that kicking game where he was having so much success earlier.
Big knee there from Taccoboy, interrupting the movement and attempt of Aggro Jamie. Taccoboy landing on the guard. Jamie doing a great job of blocking a lot of these strikes and getting out of the way. Lovely head movement from him. 2 minutes remain in this opening round. Taccoboy, in my opinion, having a little bit more success.
Yeah, he definitely, until that moment. Aggro Jamie, like I said, the combinations of McGregor, they're so dangerous. Keep your block up high. Keep on your bike. Look at the shots landing.
Look at this, Aggro Jamie attacking all aspects of the body. Taccoboy kind of getting eaten up as we approach the final 90 seconds of this opening round of this potential 3-rounder. McGregor can shut someone's lights out down at 145.
Yeah, it's important not to just get caught watching. Looks like Taccoboy isn't just watching, he is reacting with some speed and vengeance as he goes in for that little duck, trying to bait him in for a shot or a counter, trying what he can. We know that the power is there for both guys. I would love to see him go back to utilizing some of the leg kicks of his own. Although his own leg is compromised, he's going to have to just maybe start to make Conor think twice about continuing to throw them out there.
It is insane how much damage has been done to the left leg of Taccoboy, and the chin too. Jamie knocks him down, follows up with some ground and pound strikes. 20 seconds remain, and this first round largely in favor of that red corner, courtesy of the Irishman's lethal hands. Oh!
Aggro JME saying, man better know he's out here trying to put on a show this evening, landing out massive shots. Great adjustment after that early success that his opponent was giving him. The combinations really started flowing as that round went on, and we still have another 2 potential in the bag, brother.
Volkanovski does have 5-star health stats, 95 recovery, 97 cardio, so he can go for days. Conor McGregor only 90 cardio down at 145, so as this fight progresses, you would think that Taccoboy has the edge statistically, but a guy like Aggro Jamie, a true veteran of the game, knows how to use fighters with somewhat lower gas tanks, and here he is using it to great effect with big uppercut there from Volkanovski.
Yeah, he's done a great job of attacking the body of Taccoboy, and that's really starting to cause some stamina deficits. The leg kicks, once again, now he's just chewing up that right leg now, which, you know, to be perfectly honest, isn't going to last too long if he keeps attacking them like that. I do say this, and quite honestly, Taccoboy sneakily landing some big power shots on Conor McGregor's chin.
You can see the total strikes, 60 for TDrivers, 35 for Taccoboy. Big differential there. But the chin of TDrivers is a little bit worse for wear, almost even to Volkanovski.
Oh, Volkanovski is probably the more durable of the two gentlemen, but quite honestly, slight stamina advantage still to JME. He's utilizing the jab into the front kick very well, or the side kick, I should say, all round trying to be, you know, having some high variance in the techniques that he decides to employ. Once again, lovely slip off. Nice pivot from Taccoboy, but he gets a head kick slip. Oh!
Wow! Jamie assaults the midsection. Taccoboy ate some serious shots down below. Not looking good for him. All parts of his body are injured. Jamie trying to put on a clinic in this second round.
He came out on Twitter before this event and said, "Masterclass incoming," and he's delivering with that spin kick. Oh, this is going to be it, brother. That's it.
Wow! TDrivers successful. Stops Taccoboy courtesy of that hand plant roundhouse to the chin. Absolutely floors Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And what a way to start off your primetime career.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal performance by that man right there. Obviously, been doing great work over in aggro, looking to come over here and putting on a show with his striking abilities. And my God, did he place that strike perfectly right on the temple of Volk. Oh!
That is a highlight reel knockdown if I have ever seen one. Jamie, add that to the sizzle, because boy, that was hot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great work. Living up to all the hype is JME. Like I said, man better know, boy better know. This man's here to take over by the looks of things. He's trying to make some big waves, and with performances like that, you cannot bet against this man. Yeah, you can't deny him.
He talks a lot. This guy talks all of the time, but boy, does he walk it as well. Backs everything up and more. Interested to see where Jamie goes from here. But Cyrez, I know where we're going, and it's up to 185. ThatGuyJme versus Chasemefam, contested on Xbox. This one is gonna be a banger at the middleweight division.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, ThatGuyJme and Chasemefam, both guys that have actually been with us since about the inception of, you know, us doing this whole thing since the IFL days. Both taking a little bit of a gap away from the scene or from, you know, from competing, and now are making runs back towards the top or trying to do so. Chasemefam, previous champion. ThatGuyJme, former title contender. Honestly, I expect fireworks with these two, especially in the middleweight division. You know that there, you know, really is very, very little kind of room for error in this one, brother.
Oh, and especially with the choices up at 185, Vitor Belfort versus GSP. These guys, they don't miss by miles. It's by inches. This is a game of pinkies in terms of errors. As you mentioned, you could lean the wrong way and find yourself staring up at the bright lights of the octagon.
Oh, I've been there myself before, brother. Now, I just want to make a quick point. This is much more like Chasemefam. He's picked a guy that can strike and wrestle. Previously, we've seen him come up with some striking picks. Now, in his past performances, his best work has come when he mixes them all together, and he looks like he's trying to utilize that against the big power puncher of ThatGuyJme with that Vitor Belfort pick. TRT and the power of Jesus. Not going to get those spinning kicks off when he's put on his back, brother.
No, not at all, especially against a guy like the former welterweight and former middleweight champion George Rush St. Pierre. 4.5-star grappling. This guy, the Canadian, is so well versed on the mat. The phenom Belfort, not entirely there. 3.5 stars overall, but as you mentioned, the spinning strikes in Vitor's arsenal are truly what set him apart. 96 punch speed, 94 punch power, and 93 kick speed. So,
that's not. He may not have the highest stats, right? But Vitor Belfort is a man that went to, like, I don't know. I think he went to like Oxford University in his 40s. Decided to take TRT and started to spin kick people into oblivion. So never count this man out with the cross shaved into the side of his hair. He gets the reversal, and this man's got power and submission. So mind your P's and Q's if you're Chasemefam.
Short elbows on the inside for the phenom. Those are dangerous. Could bust up the eyes of Rush. Not something that you want to experience early in this first round. About 250 remain halfway through. Rush had a lot of success, but here is the guy, ThatGuyJme, in top mount temporarily.
In great work now, looking to rain down that ground and pound. And like we said, the power shots of Vitor Belfort. I mean, they're terrifying, brother. It's just terrifying.
Oh, completely. You are one punch away from going to sleep, not somebody that you want riding on top of your inside control, transitioning into half guard. I mean, that's nightmare-inducing right there, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Side control now becoming a bit of a problem. Good work to get over to the sprawl. We'll have to see if he's able to get the get up, which he is on this occasion. Still plenty of time in this first round there, Bane. I mean, quite honestly, it's been back and forth so far. We'll have to see how these guys shape up in the striking. This is where you've got to be if you're Vito!
The Phenom with the uppercut knocks down Chasemefam temporarily. 90 seconds remain. TDrivers really feeling himself in this first set of 5 minutes.
Cannot blame him. The power of Jesus has been bestowed upon him. He is going out here, landing these shots. He knows everything's going to land. It was scripted. It has been foretold. It feels like AJ knows something we do not. I mean, I'm not going to count Chasemefam out of this one. I know that he is a worthy veteran in all of his performances, even when he was the champion. Not all of them went his way every second of that fight. He makes championship level adjustments. He just needs to do it soon because there's only a potential 10.5 minutes left in this fight.
The good news is, of course, you've got 2 rounds to figure it out and make those adjustments. Chasemefam definitely not out of it, but something that we saw earlier in this card is that the game plan of TDrivers is just being implemented a bit better than Rush St. Pierre up until this point through 5 minutes. Vitor, the Phenom, really was a step ahead.
Yeah, it really, really was. It looked good for Chasemefam when he got that takedown early. He got a lot of top control out there, but honestly, once Vito got the reversal, once AJ got that reversal, he was just putting out more damage and was able to do so more so on the feet as well. And we all love to see a little bit of damage getting put out there. And looks like they're going to try and do the same here. Touch of glove in the second one, Bane. Straight back at the action.
As you said, Jesus does love knockouts. Let's see if TDrivers or Chasemefam can get one tonight. George St. Pierre has some work to do. His objectives are cut out for him. Big clinch right there, denied from the Phenom.
Yeah, the power, their body kick, the head kick, sits him down, following up from these ground and pound strikes for the finish.
TDrivers landing with intentions here. Chasemefam on the back foot or on the back mat. After that knockdown, he's got to get that bell unrung. The Phenom, TDrivers, not giving him an inch.
Seriously, not giving him an inch at all. Gets the reversal. Nice work. Full mount. 3 minutes 45 on the clock. This is terrible if you're Belford.
Oh, TDrivers, all of the work that he just did has been somewhat neutralized. Big damage there from Chasemefam.
The stamina's low on this one as well. You can see it. He gets the denial off, and that was vital to stopping him getting out this fight in quick fashion.
St. Pierre, biggest opportunity here. Phenom gets that half guard once again, but this, all the momentum is on Chasemefam. 3 minutes remaining in this second round. Top mount once again, Cyrus.
Getting separated. Good work from Vito Belford. Chasemefam potentially camping that half guard positioning. Gives up it now. This is not where he wants to be. Great work on the teep. He needs a little bit more of this outside fighting. Stay away from those power shots. Vito Belford is a absolute nightmare of a man to be facing across against.
Have to think that 87 cardio of Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, not really helping him as we get into the deep waters of this 3-rounder. You saw a bit of a stamina issue when there was that ground and pound from Chasemefam. Big knockdown though for Belfort.
Yeah, he is not wasting any time landing those power shots. TDrivers feels something tonight. He feels something in the air, brother. He doesn't seem concerned about his stamina. Doesn't seem worried about what's coming his way. Often just trying to land those shots beautifully. Having success more often than not over the opening 8 minutes or so of this fight.
He's only concerned with the damage. Looking to make a big impact is TDrivers, and he's done so through 2 rounds, basically kind of stealing the moments, right? With those knockdowns in the judge's eyes, those are what are really telling the story. Big moment here for Guy.
My God, is the power landing for TDrivers this evening. He is having one of his most clean performances to date.
GSP has a lot to do as we approach the final seconds of this second round, getting eaten up on the feet by the Phenom.
Yes, sir, starting your Monday off with style. Every single one of these fights, non-stop action, only getting started with the...
That's it! That's it! Chasemefam outcalled the spinning strikes of the Phenom. Get it done. Insane finish right there.
My God. Honestly, brother, ThatGuyJme has gone to the mountains, done his training, been wrestling bears up there, came back looking healthy with the power of Jesus, TRT, lands the spin kick and sends GSP to hell, brother.
GSP gonna be drinking his food through a straw for a while. That was a vicious heel to the jaw of the former champion. That is insane. That is a great finish for ThatGuyJme.
It is, Bane. Now, I have some good news for you, brother. We have a late edition fight that's being added onto the card. Two guys that I am incredibly interested to see throw down. Both relatively new guys to the promotion, but I've heard great things about both of them. So we're going to be having Tabarak, sorry if I mispronounced your name, brother, and KM Intro. Obviously, we know the Kingsman camp got some serious killers in there, especially with their striking side of things. I've heard a lot about Intro. Not had the pleasure of fighting him myself yet, Bane, but with the lessons I'm getting from his campmates, I imagine he's looking to come out here tonight, try to put on a show against Tabarak, which, you know, once again has been showing himself to be incredibly dangerous across these fights. Do apologize. Looks like the Discord is playing up for a moment. I hope you're still with me. Gonna give it a couple of seconds.
They are one to watch. Yes. Oh, let's see. Stream is, I believe.
Yeah, do apologize. Back up. I do apologize on that. I don't know what the hell happened, but we're good to go, brother. Tabarak, KM Intro. Let's get this shit going.
Kingsman has to come with a lot of expectation that KM camp truly trying to be one of the best on the scene. If you're part of it, you have to put on performances. KM Intro proved that in his last time out. Let's see if he can get it done again. Tabarak, a dangerous competitor anywhere that the fight goes. KM Intro's got his work cut out for him. Dan 50K, TDrivers versus Showtime Pettis.
Let's get this going. Ooh, man, these are always fun fights. Two high-level strikers coming out here. We see, like you say, I mean, TDrivers is such a fun pick as well, man. I mean, that guy has some serious power in his hands and definitely is problematic if you let him get going, but KM Intro needs to utilize those kicks, and I imagine he's going to try to do so with that beautiful Pettis pick that he's got going there.
Oh, we all know that the Taekwondo of Pettis is something to be concerned about. That insane kick speed and kick power. And the angles that they come from are just unprecedented. Always have to mind your time in the octagon, but here's some 50K to the body.
Yeah, doing great work so far. He is chopping it up, trying to get off these shots. Nice little teep from Intro. That's good work from him right there.
Managing the distance early is so important. Oh, look at that. Big attempt from KM Intro. Didn't land, but was flashy as anticipated with a Showtime pick.
Doing great work so far. Attacking that body. Going to it over and over again. It's a good choice if you're TDrivers. KM Intro trying those flashy kicks. Maybe trying to maintain some range against his opponent, but Tabarak not giving him the opportunity so far.
Ooh, big combination there from Intro. Have to think that if you're throwing those flashy kicks in the pocket, that's where you open yourself up to get knocked out. Big risk by doing it, but have to respect KM Intro's dedication towards it. Tabarak going to the legs now a little bit as we approach the final 3 minutes of this opening round.
Yeah, so far so good from Tabarak. You see him utilizing a lot of body uppercuts, which you know, are really starting to add into his favor. We can't see Tabarak's stamina, but you've got to imagine it's looking pretty fresh and already over the opening 2 minutes, getting some of that chip damage on Pettis. You know, only really going to start to add up with those body uppercuts. They're so brutal, brother.
Oh, absolutely they are, especially if you're out of position, as Showtime sometimes is, with big whiffs from the kicks, right? Just a lot of risk, but also a lot of reward. However, through the first 3 minutes, the biggest flashy kick landed was from 50K.
Yeah, it's, man, I have to say, TDrivers doing such a good job of just swarming Pettis and not giving him any range, and that's what you want if you're Pettis, man. He has so many technical strikes that he can throw, but he just needs distance to do so. Intro's doing a great job of attacking the body and standing his ground, landing those counter shots, but honestly it's hard to do so when your opponent's in your face, putting out this sort of output and ferocious pressure.
Would like to see more knees from KM Intro in these phone booth type distances, right? Really just mitigates the success that Tabarak's going to have, because he's going to be concerned about that flying up to the body. 50 seconds remaining in this opening round. Have to think Dan TDrivers likely going to get a 10-9 if we get there.
Exactly, brother, exactly. Danny Gay having a great opening round. I would say the intro is landing some great power shots of his own, though he's definitely not just getting run over here. But that forward pressure may be becoming a little bit problematic. And, I mean, definitely if it was me, getting a little frustrated at this stage, just your opponent doesn't seem to want to step back. What a spin kick!
KM Intro stunned, courtesy of a big kick there from Dan Ige. 50K looking to get that performance of the night bonus, potentially. Have to be, as you mentioned, frustrated if you are the Kingsman approaching this second set of 5 minutes, not going your way so far. And guess what, Cyrez? It's time to make some adjustments.
It really, really is. Some of those teeps are really going to help him do so. The step-offs at distance, and quite honestly, with Pettis, even so, I don't know what you think, Bane, but I wouldn't be opposed to a couple of clinch attempts when your opponent's swarming you like that. Utilize those knees and elbows that Pettis has.
To think. I don't have the stats in terms of health or anything for each fighter down at 145. The sheet that I use doesn't have them.
No worries, man.
I know Pettis is weak to the body and the legs, so if I'm Tabrick, I'm kind of attacking the lower aspects of the body, but he's having so much success going upstairs, it's hard to suggest anything, Cyrez.
It really, really is. I mean, it's a lot of it's due to the pressure that's being put out. 50K's right in his face. Ige's not giving him any space now, trying to chop those legs and take away some of those kicking opportunities. The block is obviously really low due to this pressure as well of Intro, but he's doing such a good job of staying composed that, not counting him out at all, he's actually landing really nice work on the inside. It just seems like a lot of pressure from Ige, which maybe is skewing my, my opinion of it, but quite honestly, when I look at it, the strikes that Intro is landing, they're so clean, and they're definitely going to be having an effect. We've seen a little double uppercut rip to the body a moment ago, which is so smooth and unusual that it really starts to have great effects.
Lead leg axe kick was partially blocked there. Tabrick cognizant of the strikes that KM Intro was attempting to throw. Big kick there, though, to the body that does land.
Great teep from him. Yeah, that's what we were calling for. Utilize it. It helps him maintain his range, and you can already see Ige now having a little bit of problem. I'd really like to see Intro drop that little double kick, though. So far, Ige's just not giving him the space to get it off. Oh!
Look at this. KM Intro coming alive through the second round. Tabrick diminishing success. KM Intro finally finding some moments.
Jesus!
Big stun right there!
Intro stayed composed over the first 5 minutes into this second round now, halfway down the point now, finding his stride, marching forward, landing beautiful shots, mixing it up to the head, mixing it to the body, and now really, really turning the tides of this bout.
KM Intro in that first 5 minutes was very defensively aware. You can see the health stats aren't terrible. They're okay. Head health a little low. But in terms of utilizing that block effectively, that is what he did through the first 5 minutes. It is helping him in heaps and loads in this second round.
For sure, my man. For sure. Now, that's a lovely little combination. Everything's coming together for Intro. Looking clean. The body rock. Flying knee just about evaded.
That could have been awful for 50K if that landed. Dan, Tabrick, wise to it though. 60 seconds remaining in the second round. And Tabrick likely not going to get this one if it goes to the judges' scorecards, at least the second round. At least 10-9 would be in KM Intro's corner, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you. That first round Tabrick, second round going in Intro's favor, but just the momentum that's going in Intro's favor is, it's one of those types of snowballing momentums that can be really, really hard to turn around. So he's doing a great job so far, attacking the body again.
Oh! KM Intro is styling on Tabrick. 50K knocked down temporarily, 10 seconds remain. Don't think that 50K is going to get finished, but he is very close to it.
Oh my God, man, this is so brutal.
Talk about pulling away. This was a great second set of 5 minutes for KM Intro. I have to imagine, as you mentioned, that he's in his flow state, and when you're in your flow state, it's difficult for someone to get you out of it. Final 5 minutes, Tabrick has a lot to do if he wants to be victorious tonight.
Yeah, he really, really needs to get back on that pressure, maybe even start to mix in the takedowns going forward, because the absolute striking pedigree of Intro is coming to life and starting to get, some problematic looks for him if he's not really, really careful going into this third round, as he doesn't touch his glove and gives him the taunt. My God.
Showtime Pettis does only have 86 takedown defense. Oh, doesn't matter though when you're getting touched up 50K, backed against the ropes, stunned again early in this third round. KM Intro trying to style some more. Oh! Wow, KM Intro. Oh, look at this though, 50K marching forward. Taverick finding some moments, really trying to rally.
Yeah, do not allow this man to, get counted out. He's getting hurt, he's getting battered, but he's throwing bombs and trying to get strikes of his own. 3 minutes 40 in this one, being all to play for, brother, but some serious, dirty and, deep waters for both guys right now.
Oh, absolutely. KM Intro, you can tell he is biting down on the mouthpiece and trying to heart his way through it with all the success he's having. Here he is once again. That's it. That's it. KM Intro silences Taverick. What a finishing sequence that was, all set up by the beautiful strikes to the body and that lead uppercut. Oh my gosh, that is a finish for the ages from the Kingsman.
Absolutely, brother, absolutely. That was some serious strikes. He had some early adversity in that bout, was able to turn it around, stayed calm, stayed composed, and able to get that finish. And honestly, I mean, I can understand why this guy has come so highly rated. You know, to have that sort of composure, especially in one of your debut fights, to be able to, overcome those adversities, start to get the momentum going in your favor in that second round. And then, I mean, my God, that was beautiful work from him.
Definitely composure. Really can tell the just credibility that KM Intro has for weathering that first set of 5 minutes. Didn't get too much damage done onto him, right? Blocked a lot of those shots, but we were talking about the swarming of DanIgE. But either way, DanIgE is going to need that 50K for the trip to the hospital later because he got put out cold, Cyrez.
He did, brother. He did for sure. With that one, I mean, you see, preparing security softwares at the moment. We're just going to be trying to get this system back. Unfortunately, having a couple of technical issues on this end at the moment. Going to try and get that working. Do apologize for it. Not something that, unfortunately, is massively within the realm of control there, brother. As we try to fix this, if the stream does go down just temporarily, please know that we will be back with you within a couple of seconds. So do not go anywhere, ladies and gent. Couple of moments and we will be right back with you. Do apologize for these slight technical issues right there. I do apologize, guys. It looks like, unfortunately,